Hello everybody, I'm here with Glenn Bell Jazz from Monterey, and we're gonna do a little interview. We started this new project called Musical&Natural, or Musicaly&Natural in Espanol, so I'm just gonna ask Glenn a few questions and get to know him a little bit. It's a beautiful intro. Thank you, Mr. Glenn Bell.
No problem.
Alright, let's start with the basics, Mr. Glenn Bell.
Well, yeah. My name's Glenn, and I'm a guitar player and bassist for Sensory Tribe. And I guess another thing I like to share about myself is that I am a guitar bore fanatic. I love talking about anything guitar and bass related.
And I don't understand any of those.
You know what?
I love learning.
That's the expertise that I bring to the table.
So, where are you from? Where you grew up? Please share with the audience. How did Glenn Bell started being a musician?
I am originally from Southern California, born in Pasadena, moved up to Long Beach, San Bernardino, and then most recently Pacific Grove and Seaside, California, where I call home now. After I graduated with my music degree, I made it a point to get out of California to try to just see a little bit more of the country. So I went straight for Atlanta, and I was able to rub elbows with some of my favorites, some of my heroes at the time, and work very closely with.
Drop some names.
Yeah, okay. I love name dropping. Jack Prez is an Atlanta-based MC that I met here, and he was kind enough to have me room with him in Atlanta when I first graduated. And
how old were you at this time?
Man, I had to be 22, 23, and just as green as ever.
Baby Glenn.
Baby Glenn, size 32 Glenn,
All right.
Abs and everything. Cheekbones. So he took me in, and we immediately started making music. And actually, my favorite story is that before I even got to the apartment, he dropped me off at Janelle Monáe's birthday party, and I had just got done reading about her in the Rolling Stone magazine. So my jaw was on the floor the entire night, and that was a really fun period because Atlanta is full of amazing creative people, and I enjoyed that. Shortly after that, I moved to Las Vegas, where again I got to rub elbows with people I never thought I'd ever meet, including partying with Axl Rose himself.
That's right.
And
do you tell him a few things about guitars?
I didn't really feel it was appropriate, mostly because I thought I was in a dream state the entire time.
Of course.
And then, I also got to work with the co-producer of Fleetwood Mac's Rumors album, and that's my first time holding a Grammy. And that was in a country band of all things.
It was too early to take the selfie and put it on Instagram. Huh?
Yeah, you know what? Probably not, but it was too early for me. I'm always slow to the social media game.
Okay.
But after my time in Vegas, I'm very happy to have met you and been a founding member and contributing to what would eventually become Sensory Tribe, and really fertile period in my life, creative life.
Yeah, of course. It's been since 2016 that I met you for the first time.
Yeah.
It took me a while to hook you. I was always throwing my rope and failing.
Absolutely.
Like, Glenn Bell, come here, play with me.
Absolutely.
And you're like, Glenn Bell, until you're like, all right, let's hear this guy.
It's not your fault. At that point, I was very much the jaded Glenn. After having been in 24 bands, yeah, I think I told you or pleaded with you not to start an 8-member band.
You told me it was a bad idea
because it was just going to be. I had no idea how crazy and beautiful it would become. And I'm so glad that you didn't take my advice.
I love, for me, the tipping point for the band to be a solid band was for about a year, you kept telling me, your project, your project is good. I played guitar for your project, and I was always like, man, Glenn doesn't want to be my friend. So I'm saying on camera, I was like, oh man, I want Glenn to be my friend. So, dude, after like one of a great concert, you came out as like our sensory tribe, you know, our project, and I was like, this is it. You know, Glenn is on board. That's it. I can sleep at night now. Been trying for a year and a half. I got him. I enjoy making music with you so much. From that, let's just jam on that tune you were starting.
Sure.
I'm gonna attempt to like musical and natural. We're taking it musical. We're taking it as natural as it can be. Glenn Bell is gonna jam on this, one of his original songs.
Yeah, this is inspired by one of my favorites, but definitely this version will be my own.
Okay, and I'm gonna try to do a little bit of percussion and probably drop some lyrics there. Write your own lyrics as your story develops. You are the only one who can write your own story. Glenn Bell, tell us a story with your guitar. All right, this is Glenn Bell himself right here. We're interviewing. I'm really excited about doing this project.
When you first turned me into your life, my world began to shine. Through all of the clouds and confusion, you were my sight. And when the nights are cold, please get me through the night. Tears on my sleeve, come dry my eyes. You're my candle in the dark. Need to feel your warmth on my skin. Hold you close to my heart.
Hold you close to my heart.
I'll keep your light burning. You're my candle in the dark. No matter what troubles I'm in, and when the storms come, I'll shield your flame from the wind.
For in the darkness you'll try to find me, and I'll be waiting to guide you. Cause when you touch and make me feel alright, and when I touch or see you glow and smile, you are my candle and I'm your flame now. And in this darkness I'll trust you blindly. Cause in these songs make me feel alright. And when I touch or see you glowing smile, you are my candle in the dark.
I need to feel your warmth on my skin. Hold you close to my heart.
Hold you close to my heart.
I'll keep your light burning. You're my candle in the dark. No matter what troubles I'm in, and when the storms come, I'll shield your flame from the wind.
It's musical and natural. Glenn Bell, I want you to switch instruments.
That's right.
And tell me about this. What's this for you?
Okay. This is an acoustic bass guitar, and it is my songwriting partner and friend, and also my worst enemy. This thing has been fraught with some hardware issues and everything, but through for me with my instruments, it's never like a task, never a beast of burden or anything like that. It's a collaboration, right? So it's me getting to know the instrument and more or less succumbing to the limitations of said instrument, and just trying to get better at making this thing sing.
Okay. I know you have a bass line that it's a preview with Sensory Tribe, and I don't want you to play it for a long time, but let's play that Hit Me With Music bass line just for a little bit so we can give the people a little taste.
Oh.
Hit me with music. I don't want to give the whole thing away, but we're cooking this up in the studio with Suisley Mac. So, Mr. Glenn Bell, a little bit more about you. Tell me your biggest inspiration. Who do you see as a kid with a guitar or a bass and said, "That's it. I want to do this thing"?
Sure. There is a lot. There are many. Maybe at least like my top 5. But the first time that I can remember thinking that I have to be a guitar player was I think. Somewhere around 1998, I heard Rage Against the Machine on the radio, like coming home from school, and I think it's like stopped me in my tracks. I don't know what I was going to go do, like play PlayStation or watch The Simpsons or something like that. But I was like, what is that sound? And it was Tom Morello's famous DJ scratching solo on the song Bulls on Parade.
Bulls on Parade.
And I don't know how many of you remember the late 90s, but there were tons of like rap rock crossovers and like DJs and bands and stuff like that. So I was thinking, oh, this is like Incubus or a couple or Sugar Ray.
DJ in the background.
Right? It's like, I wonder who the DJ is because this is super cool. And I found out there's only 4 people in the band and there's no DJ. So I was like, my 12-year-old brain exploded, and I was like, nice. How can I do that?
Nice. Yeah, okay, so that's your angry side. Tell me a little bit, which I'm going to be super ignorant about because I don't know names about. I know Rage.
Yeah.
But tell me your softer side, because Glenn Bell has that little beautiful, soft, bubbly heart that I know. Tell me about that.
Thank you. No, it's all rage. It's all different shades of anger. Okay. So after listening to Rage Against the Machine nonstop and just having it just be the fuel of all of my teenage angst, I heard some jazz guitar recitals being done at my high school, and I wanted to sign up for beginning guitar, and joined the jazz band, and I think I've always been a big fan of melodic music. Michael Jackson is probably the first artist that I can remember hearing like a really, like it was the way that he treated his ballads with so much sensitivity, and there's a lot of
feeling,
a lot of feeling, a lot of emotion, and a lot of vulnerability for an adult man to be like singing his falsetto and treating the melody so delicately as if it was going to die. If he didn't sing it with that much care. That's probably the first artist that I can identify that did that for me. And then after that, a whole slew of jazz artists that I realized they perform dynamically. So they can perform, at a hush with so much intensity and then bring it back up to this, roar.
Okay, and then from there, how do you get to reggae?
Reggae's always been a part of the conclusion. Always been a part of the equation.
Okay.
Half my family's from Costa Rica, and my uncle.
The Latino flavor in you.
Yeah, and my uncle William.
I've seen it.
Yeah, and we would. Yeah, so and
you get off stage and you start dancing.
I'm very much in love.
Some moves
with the Latino culture and Latino music, and but my uncle William, we'd go on these road trips or to family reunions and things like that, and there was always Bob Marley playing in the car with maybe a little bit of Harry Belafonte, and there was actually so much Bob Marley that I thought that Bob Marley's Costa Rican. Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
so I think that's actually where I got the haircut
that's
from.
Right.
Too. It was and then of course I realized, he's not Costa Rican, but
but you are.
It was an education. I am, but then I realized that there's actually, even more importantly, that we're all part of this Afro-Latin diaspora spread across all the different islands in Central America and South America, and that his music was actually a major proponent of that unity
100%.
And everything, and that there was an overarching struggle that he was a part of, his music a part of, and by listening to it and identifying with it, that I was now a part of.
Apparently a meteorite is coming.
Yeah.
The airport is close by.
We have some new tourists or.
Yeah, I want what is it, release or reveal this secret location, but there's an airport nearby. It could be any airport.
Could be
as far as I know. It could be an airport in Miami. I don't know.
That would be great.
Musical&Natural is everywhere. So when people talk about Bob Marley, they say, "Oh, I like Bob Marley, No Woman No Cry, and Buffalo Soldier."
Sure.
Is that what you always play? What's your favorite bass line from Bob Marley? I'm pretty sure a lot of people are not gonna know what song this is.
How much time do we have?
There's one that we play sometimes, and I have a spicy verse that I do. So this is not improvised, but I don't think we've ever done drums and bass only for this song.
I'm really interested to see how this sounds.
So let's do this one.
Sure.
And,
maybe a little bit of a prologue. I love this song. This is about as raging as a machine as Marley gets.
What Marley gets.
Yeah. So let's see.
The walls of limitations that are trying to contain my desire. I have too many things to say. Together with my tribe, I'm gonna sing and communicate. I'm sick and tired of abuse around the world, discrimination and pollution. We wanna see no more. We stay together. And that's together that we share reggae music with just the drum and the bass. Mr. Glenn Bell, you always give me a sweet, sweet, sweet fucking solo. Please give me the solo. Alright everybody, this has been one more episode of Musical and Natural. See you next time. This is my third episode. First episode still in the works. Second episode is out. You can follow Musical and Natural on YouTube. On all my social media, I'm as elKallpa. Any closing remarks, Mr. Glenn Bell?
You stay classy.
Thank you so much. Follow Glenn Bell Jazz at Instagram and all social media, and I'm elKallpa. Have a great day.